Good evening. My name is Steve McLean, and we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you tonight's breaking news. A college student, Corey Fink, has been murdered in the small town of Madison, South Dakota. The suspect of this murder is unknown for now. We have reporter Mark Buffalo on the scene to bring you more details on this story. Take a look.
I'm standing here at the apartment where the crime just took place. Standing next to me is Levi Crow, a resident of these apartments. Levi, could you tell me your reaction when you first heard the news about the crime?
What crime? You mean here?
I
just got here.
You don't know about the murder?
No, sir, I don't know about anything. I just got back from class. I've been on campus all day.
Well, a resident of these apartments was just murdered today.
Which apartment?
Apartment 14?
My apartment, of all things.
Your roommate,
Which roommate?
Corey Fink, was just murdered today.
Oh.
We don't have any suspects yet. Could you tell us where you were today, or do you know the whereabouts of your other roommates?
I was on campus, but besides the fact you're telling me my best friend of 3 or 4 years is dead.
I'm sorry, but yes.
You guys don't know who... No suspects?
We don't have any suspects yet.
I don't want to say it's not the other roommates, but I can't account for them. They may have more busier schedules, but they're in and out a lot. And they've kind of had some issues lately.
We'll look into that. But for the time being, I'm sorry about the death of your friend.
Oh. Is that all you needed from me?
Yeah.
So I can't go inside, right?
No,
Because it's
that's
crimes.
restricted.
Okay, I need to find a place to stay. Thanks, fellas. Oh.
I feel sorry for that poor guy. That must be rough. I mean, losing your best friend and all. Anyway, along with that interview, we were able to get more in depth with the actual roommates of the apartment. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Steve. I'm here at the crime scene with one of the 3 suspects of the murder of Corey Fink. What do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself?
He had it coming.
So you're admitting to the murder of Corey Fink on live television?
If you've gone through what I've gone through with him, I think you do the same thing.
What was your relation to Corey Fink?
He was a roommate.
What such things did he do that prompted this murder?
I'm just gonna take this if you don't mind. To Corey's family, and to Corey himself, which I hope he hears this, I've been telling you for months now to put the toilet seat down. Finally had my last straw last weekend when he left it up and I conveniently fell in the fucking toilet like I said I would. Yeah, last straw. Murdered him the next day. I was really smart when I did this because I used an icicle. Because, stab it in, let it melt.
Okay,
it'll be
wait a
cold
minute,
to suffer.
no. I'm taking
Fingerprints
control
gone,
of the situation.
no
You can't
evidence.
talk anymore. Stop.
Do you want to end up like him?
Did we lose Mark? Oh. Sorry about that, folks. We seem to be having some technical difficulties on Mark's end. Apparently things took a turn for the worse over there, and we might have to cut to commercial break here, folks. Hold on. Oh, never mind. We seem to be fine and ready to continue tonight's big story. Back to you, Mark.
I've just received word that suspect number 1 has been apprehended after attempting to assault a news reporter, me. I'm back here at the crime scene with suspect number 2. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm not guilty. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, we have you labeled as a suspect, so you must have had something to do with the murder of Corey Fink.
I mean, I know Ann did it. And the guy's gone a little bit. He was annoying. Obnoxious. Pretty depressed. Left his dirty dishes all over the place. So when Anna was killing him, I was kind of happy when she did it, watching him die.
So you were there as she was killing him?
No. Why would you think that?
Oh. Things seem to be getting a little awkward over there. I feel bad for Mark. Well, for the final interview in this story, we go to the final roommate of that apartment. And I wonder where this interview will go. We go back to Mark one final time. Mark?
I've just received word that the second suspect has been taken into police custody after revealing on live television her involvement in Corey Fink's murder. I'm back at the crime scene once again with suspect number 3. What do you have to say for yourself? Could you tell us your involvement in Corey Fink's murder or your relation to him? Were you aware of your roommate's plot to assassinate Corey?
No.
So you had no idea that this was going to happen?
No.
When you heard about it, how did you react?
How anybody would. What am I supposed to say?
So you admit that you're traumatized by this experience?
Well, it's in more ways than one.
Could you tell us how you perceived Corey?
He's a good guy, but you know how things can be sometimes.
How can things be sometimes?
I did it.
So you're confessing to it?
I can't do this anymore.
Police! Jesus Christ, come get her.
Well, what a killer story for tonight. I apologize for the technical difficulties on tonight's story and for interrupting tonight's entertainment. We'll now be going back to your regularly scheduled program of the evening. I've been Steve McLean, and this has been ARTD 286 News. Good night, folks.